Always have a willing hand to help someone, you might be the only one that does. Success is a little like wrestling a gorilla. You don't quit when you're tired. You quit when the gorilla is tired. One day can change your life. One day can ruin your life. All life is 3 or 4 big days that change everything. A lot of the conflict you have in your life exists simply because you're not living in alignment, you're not being true to yourself. People are always complaining that life's not fair, but that simply isn't true. Life is extraordinarily fair. It's just not centered on you. Those who wish to read always find a book, there are new chapters, new pages and new journey to embark on. In the beginning, some people try to appear that everything about them is in black and white, until later their true colors come out. An intelligent man is one who acknowledges his intelligence as that of those who surround him. Happiness is not something ready-made. It comes from your own actions. The best way to find out if you can trust somebody is to trust them. You are a human with one life, and it's up to you to make it the best life you can. We should live our lives as though Christ was coming this afternoon. Grateful people are happy people. The more things you are grateful for, the happier you will be. Hobbes, if you don't get a goodnight kiss you get Kafka dreams. Understanding is but the sum of our misunderstandings. Just between us, that's my way of comprehending the world. In a nutshell. The world is so full of a number of things, I'm sure we should all be as happy as kings. Living a princely life requires that you learn to think and reason like the prince, talk and behave like him, react like him as well. For the first time in a long time, I want more than I have. What we do is more important than what we say or what we say we believe. If my life is going to mean anything, I have to live it myself. Spirituality is a normalized state of persistent personal growth achieved in harmony with others. Whatever is going to happen will happen, whether we worry or not. A photographer is like a cod, which produces 1,000,000 eggs in order that one may reach maturity. Martha, truth or illusion, George, you don't know the difference, George, no, but we must carry on as though we did, Martha, amen. You cannot be fair and correct at the same time. Fairness, often, takes the lesser correct of the roads. If you don't know who you truly are, you'll never know what you really want. Oh, don't cry, I'm so sorry, I cheated so much, but that's the way things are. I would prefer a sword to fight duel, but a pen to plan a war. Some days are like this. And the only way to get through them is to remember that they are only one day, and that every day ends. When you come out of the storm, you won't be the same person who walked in. That's what this storm's all about. I can be forced to live without happiness, but I will never consent to live without honor. What the mind can conceive and believe, and the heart desire, you can achieve. Instinct is a makeshift, an admission of helplessness before the problem of reality. We are here and it is now. The way I see it is, after that, everything tends towards guesswork. Rock and roll is not red carpets and MySpace friends, rock and roll is dangerous and should piss people off. Do not fear to be eccentric in opinion, for every opinion now accepted was once eccentric. Focus your heart, mind, and soul on joy and you'll find ultimate success and fulfillment. Some beautiful paths can't be discovered without getting lost. If you want to know a person's true character, observe how he treats those who don't matter. Looking at beauty in the world is the first step of purifying the mind. Truth persuades by teaching, but does not teach by persuading. When you are like the tree, there is oneness with the earth, sun and moon, but still steadfast in your purpose. The difference between the impossible and the possible lies in a person's determination. When one has a grateful heart, life is so beautiful. More people would learn from their mistakes if they weren't so busy denying them. A lie can run round the world before the truth has got its boots on. The worst thing you can do if you miss or need someone is let them know it. Ask not of things to shed their veils. Unveil yourselves, and things will be unveiled. Failure always stands in our way, but we have to move forward without any fear. That's the way success comes. Life might take you down different roads, but each of you gets to decide which one to take. You don't have the right to complain about your life if you're not willing to change it. Why didn't I learn to treat everything like it was the last time? My greatest regret was how much I believed in the future. I have never known any distress that an hour's reading did not relieve. It takes more effort to avoid the truth than it does to face it. Sometimes bad things have to happen before good things can. I quote others only in order the better to express myself. To forgive is wisdom, to forget is genius. And easier. Because it's true. It's a new world every heartbeat. Imagine no limitations, decide what's right and desirable before you decide what's possible. There is nothing worse for the lying soul than the mirror of reality. The point of modern propaganda isn't only to misinform or push an agenda. It is to exhaust your critical thinking, to annihilate truth. I can't feel my tongue. But I know it's there because I'm talking. Don't be afraid of the shadows, that only means there's a light nearby. A strange thing, words. Once they're said, it's hard to imagine they're untrue. What we like to think of ourselves and what we really are rarely have much in common. In wisdom gathered over time, I have found that every experience is a form of exploration. Mama used to say, you have to know someone 1,000 days before you can glimpse her soul. It had never occurred to me that our lives, which had been so closely interwoven, could unravel with such speed. Fear is a probability by its own cause of actions. If we live by it, we lose all the possibilities of endurance. But merely being tradition does not make something worthy, Kadash. We can't just assume that because something is old it is right. Belief can be manipulated. Only knowledge is dangerous. There are two ways to live a life: either forget everything or remember nothing. A man travels the world over in search of what he needs and returns home to find it. Being interesting isn't important. But being happy is. As well as being a person you're proud of. Normal is an illusion. What is normal for the spider is chaos for the fly. When you open your mind, you open new doors to new possibilities for yourself and new opportunities to help others. Everything you do is triggered by an emotion of either desire or fear. You fall because you are human, and rise because you are divine. Never say that I have taken it, only that I have given it back. If I had it all to do again, there would be more bodies. If you concentrate on small, manageable steps, you can cross unimaginable distances. Before you embark on a journey of revenge, dig 2 graves. The best knowledge is knowing yourself and your inner being. The secret of success in life is for a man to be ready for his opportunity when it comes. In the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. Keep working hard and you can get anything that you want. Despite the heart-numbing frost, my soul is blooming like spring. There are no classes in life for beginners. Right away you are always asked to deal with what is most difficult. Don't tell me about your God with your words. Show me about your God with your actions. Our society is run by insane people for insane objectives. Curious that we spend more time congratulating people who have succeeded than encouraging people who have not. Courage is feeling fear, not getting rid of fear, and taking action in the face of fear. Everything you do is triggered by an emotion of either desire or fear. Don't degrade people because of their current situation in life. The tide might change and you may find yourself in the same position. The summer's flower is to the summer sweet, though to itself it only live and die. Be you, do you, and don't change for nobody but you. Gather the best you have to offer and create a heartfelt, prosperous life full of purpose. I could die for you. But I couldn't, and wouldn't, live for you. Sometimes a flame must level a forest to ash before new growth can begin. When faith in our freedom gives way to fear of our freedom, silencing the minority view becomes the operative protocol. Some people could look at a mud puddle and see an ocean with ships.